broadcasting to you from the creation station, from nation to nation, tribe worldwide. We are Tribe Strong. Welcome to WIP Wednesdays at Wowwy'z Workshop. Brought to you by Two Brothers, One Vision.
Why, hello, folks. Why, hello. You have found the Wowwy'z Show. WIP Wednesdays. Wowwy'z Workshop. How are we doing, everybody? I got the thumbs up. Sounds good, says Grumpy. My goodness, you guys. We have had a pre-live frickin' party today, you guys. I got here, we had Grumpy and Dad, Simon Breeds, Rhinestone Suzanne, AJ Radar, Simon Breeds from Germany. We had, Lawrence is in the house. Happy Curmudgeon is in the house. We got Mark from New Zealand is in the house. How are you doing, brother? Perry the Carving Wizard is here. Perry got out of work early today, you guys, and he can make it. That is so freaking wicked. Hobo Hideaway is here. He's on the big TV. How you doing, Jack? Hey, Jack, this one's for you, buddy. Hear that? I'll give it another one. Oh, my goodness. Every time I come into the creation station now, I am greeted by Hobo Jack's fairy chimes. Frickin' love them. Frickin' love them. Yes, I hope I didn't miss anybody there in that spew. My goodness, you guys. And Rhinestone will be home soon. She's driving, she's listening. Hobo Jack is on the big TV now, so he won't be in the chat no more. Love you, big guy. Thank you for watching. And thank you for the shout-out. I watched a bit. I didn't finish your video yet, but I caught the beginning when you did a little shout-out for WIP Wednesdays. That was freaking awesome. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Like I say in every episode of anything I do, there is no YouTube without you. And that's each and every one of you watching. I just hope you know that how much we truly appreciate you all. Tribe strong. Tribe freaking worldwide. And Mark, if Anwin's watching, I will be watching my P's and Q's like I always do. Thank you. Tell her Bing says hello. Yow! Awesome, you guys. Thank you for the amazing turnout. I'm just trying to make sure I didn't miss. I do not like missing anybody. I know how it feels. I know how it feels. And I don't know if that's the proper way to do it as a sympathy or empathy, but I freaking know how it feels. And that's cool to see Radar. Cool to see AJ. Some names that I'm not used to seeing in here. You know? Frickin' sure do appreciate you. Oh my goodness! Lane is in the house. Eep Jen is in the house. How you doing, sister? And Amy Jo is in the house. How are you doing, my sister Wolf? Oh my goodness, Amy Jo. Yes, I have been missing you, man. I've been missing you, sis. And I just know that you're really, really busy. Oh, Eve Jen said, hello, Wowie. Tribe strong, says Amy Jo. All the sisters, man. Much love to all the sisters. When Jack got here, the gentleman that he is, first thing he says is flowers for the ladies, and he has all the emojis of the flowers. So, there's flowers for you too there, Amy Jo. Hanging in there, hanging with the grandbaby. That's awesome, sister. That is wicked. Yes, I missed you. Okay, Happy Curmudgeon's got a phone call. He'll be right back. So yeah, guys. So I just have a little rehydration there. My goodness. Been feeling weird. I'll tell you a little story about something. Kind of unsettling, to be honest. It's about all the smart devices that are around in our homes and everything else, okay? So yesterday I woke up, and like I do, I sit up. I don't grab my phone instantly. I do a couple things in the morning first. I watched it. I saw this one YouTube on a monk talking about proper morning exercises and how we got to detach away from our smartphones, you know, You got to give yourself some time to wake up and stuff before you're freaking doom scrolling. And so I just got up and did my things, and I count my blessings, and I gauge my pain and stuff, and I'm sitting there. And then I got up to go to the bathroom, and I got up and I go around the corner. Like I get up and I'm walking around my bed, and then it was kind of like, wee! And then I went around the bed, and then I went into the hallway to go around the corner. And it was just like when you put your head on the bat, and you spin around and around, and you make yourself dizzy when you're half drunk, that game. It felt just like that. I was fucking dizzy. So, Anwin, I am sorry. My goodness. But hey, we keep it real around here. And this is I'm giving it to you the real and raw. So I was dizzy, man. And so I get in there and I sit down on the freaking toilet before I fall down. And I'm just like, what the hell? And it lasted all day. Okay. So after I have this thing and I go back into the bedroom, and I wasn't on the phone much or nothing, but I really noticed going up and down the stairs too. It was like that feeling when you come out of water. And so I'm sitting there and I'm trying to figure it out, and I was a little bit worried. Katie was Katie texted me on her coffee break, and I gave her the breakdown of what's happening, and of course I'm like, I'm fine, don't worry about it. And then she gets stressing out, right? But this is the thing. I didn't verbally say anything about what was happening. All I did was text her back and forth, and we talked about different things, different ways, different things it could be. Okay? So then I turn on my TV like I do every morning. I go to YouTube, and I got a smart TV, a Roku TV, and I go to YouTube, and within the first three, selected or whatever, what recommended for you was a video on crystals in the ear canal that cause vertigo and how to combat them. I shit you not. I have never ever watched a conversation. I've never watched a YouTube video on that. I've never searched having ear troubles or earaches or anything. I've never ever had it. I've never had a problem with it. But it's never been in the algorithm or how you call this whole thing, okay? Somehow YouTube recommended a video on what I was experiencing, and all I had done was told my wife in a text message. Now you tell me how that frickin' works. Yeah? Oh, everybody's just saying, hey, one of mine rocks is here. How you doing? Hello, did I say hello to you, Lane? Thank you for coming, man. So yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? And people say, I was just thinking that, and then all of a sudden it came up. Like, there is shit going on, you guys, that are beyond what I think when we just accept the terms every time our phones just update and everything. I think there's a lot more in there than we know about this technology. I think it's way, way stronger than we know. But that was so weird. And then, sure as shit, I shit you not. I saw that and I didn't watch it. And then I watched a couple more things. And then there was nothing else in that. And then I watched a video of my regular ones. I watch these different ones called Nexor Reacts and stuff. YouTube, the world according to TikTok and all of that crazy conspiracy shit. I watched one of those. And then I went back to home. And sure as shit, there was a new one in there about crystals in the ear and vertigo. I have no idea. I have no answer of how that all happened. And then this morning, I was getting ready for the show, and I always shower. It's weird. I have weird OCD tendencies, right? I always have to do certain things to feel right for my day, and that has to do with showers. And when I'm in the shower, I have to do things in a certain way, in a routine, like in a certain order, or else I don't feel clean. So every time I have a WIP Wednesday, even though I'm just here by myself, I always shower, I do my hair. I got my hair cut. Thank you, Spooky Dooby. Choo! Got wowie back on fleek, man. Jesus, spitting with the fleek. But I shower, I do my hair, and I get ready and stuff. I have one special bottle of cologne. It's like Aqua di Gio, $200 a bottle. I only wear it on special occasions, but I always wear it on Wednesday. And Spooky Dooby likes that because she comes home from work and she's like, how is the show? And then we give her a hug and stuff, and she's like, oh, you always smell so good. So what? I ramble. When I was getting ready today, I was cleaning my ears, and I wasn't going too deep. Well, I wasn't going too deep, but it hurt in there when I was cleaning my ear. So obviously I'm having some type of cold or something, bit of a runny nose too, so if I'm really trying to stay, I got my special handkerchief for that right there. I'm sounding on deck. But yeah, very, very weird. Hey, did I just say somebody say hello? Oh, Black Widow Woodworking is in the house. Mod Squad is here. Mod Squad is in the frickin' house. Speaking of frickin' Mod Squad,
LaRue is in the house in the VIP. LaRue is in the house in the VIP. He's watching everyone, so don't be playing with me. LaRue is in the house in the VIP.
that's right, you guys. LaRue is in the house. The head of the Mod Squad. Standing by, watching over all y'all. So, just be aware of that. Daniel Tharp is in the house. Hello, Daniel. How you doing, man? Kindred Spirits Wood Carvers. Tribe Strong. And that's right. Amy Jo's dancing to the LaRue song. Hey, my brother is in the house. Oh, that is so awesome. Daniel's a brother, close friend, and an amazing carver. And then here's Darren. Here is my brother. Thank you for coming, bro. You guys, my brother's battling another thing, man. He's got a major, major issue with his bad foot. Fuck, man. This can't get a break, that kid. But he's as healthy as he's ever been on his diet regimen with his blood sugars and everything. He's right on track. He's got better blood sugars than, young, healthy, freaking exercising everyday people, He's got all of that dialed right in. So I know he can get through it, but when you got a bad leg, that's had all the clots and stuff, he's got one bad leg. To have things go wrong on your foot, it's just, fuck, man. I feel for that kid, man. You hold strong, Darren. We all love you, and we all support you, Darren. Grumpy says, my head hurts, LOL. Well, Grumpy, you have a little puff there, and you get on top of that, all right? Don't let it hurt you. Don't let it hurt you. Everybody's saying hello. That's right, 100% says Black Widow. Yeah, we all got you, bro. You're not alone ever. And I do have to, speaking of us, Two Brothers, One Vision, I do have to mention on every live stream that we're affiliates. We're Amazon affiliates. We got some Amazon links down there below, if you would. If you could be so kind. Even if you go through my link and then you have to sign into Amazon, it's still all connected like a little trail. I'm learning about how this all works. A little tiny trail. Still comes from Wowwy'z, though. So that helps. And then we're also Kutzall affiliates.
We are proud to support Kutzall Tools. Leave your mark. Use the affiliate link below for a discount today.
Okay, now that we got that all considered and off my chest. Whoa! Holy smokes, I was just trying to... Amy Jo gave me the old salute, so I was just giving her one back, and I almost knocked my goddamn watcher on the floor. And I also got here is my special cuff, you guys. If we do any power carving today, or anything, or we need any hardware, I'll be slapping that bad boy on. Oh, I love this thing. Klein tools! And that just so happens to be in the links below. Get yourself a magnetic cup. Hold your special burrs, your favorite burrs on it while you're carving. Or if you got screws and stuff and hardware, like I did here with this hanger on the old Gnome home. I had that on there with my screws. It just worked out just perfect the other day, man. No looking and missing and what the frickin'? Where did I just put that in? I love that cuff. You will too. I want Larry to host my funeral. Oh my goodness. Oh, just took my hat off and started my Dremel. Well, there you go, Tim. Thank you for having us in the background, brother. Make some magic, man. You're an amazing creator. You're a wonder. All of you are. And, Matt, I would do that for you if that was your wishes, but I'd tone it down. I wouldn't be like this, you know. Jeez. But I'd do it for you, brother. I'm here for you, folks. I am here for you. Yes, so, speaking of that, let's go to the two main. Speaking of what we are going to get into today, you guys. And that, I promise my camera isn't crooked. That's just my beach board. Got that board on the beach. If you guys watched my Maker's video for Love Like Fire, you would have heard me talk about that. Because I always just force that little story on anybody that I can. Park on the beach. Right there. Park on the beach. That's where that board came from. That's my board. That somebody cut probably 10,000 fish on. But it doesn't smell anymore. Just to let you guys know. Okay? Yes, we are going to work on the Gnome home today. Hey there, Peter Blair's in the house. Finally made it. Sorry I'm late. Tardy old Pete's in the house. No apologies ever, man. No apologies ever. Anyone. Even if you can watch it later. It all helps. But I think probably being here for the live is the best way to get Wowie the yogurt drop for old algae there. But anytime you can watch it, guys, it really, really helps us. And we're going. We're giving her. We're at 807 now. We're marching on. Subscribers, wonders, I should say. I don't like to use the word subscribers or followers. I like to call you all wonders because that's what you are. You're always wonders. And Two Brothers, One Vision's wonders. And we're just moving along. But something happened with the algorithm. Like my shorts, poof. The views cut in half. More than half. And it's not that I've changed anything other than there was something done with YouTube where it changed something in its algorithm, and views have been affected. And some of the channels I watch, like the ones that I talk about, the crazy, the world according to TikTok videos, the reaction things I watch, all of those creators, and they're the ones that have millions of subscribers, followers, wonders, and they're saying it's all happening to them. So I'm not just tripping out, but commenting and liking, of course, the streams and stuff and the videos, but commenting on them is really, really helping folks that are feeling this lag in views. So please, I just did a Tribe Mail video. With Monty King. He is Crippled Creations Bone and Wood Carving on Facebook. He's one of my good friends, man. He's a maiden pain warrior. He's a gentleman who he has to spend his life getting around in a wheelchair. But he's a power carver, and he's freaking awesome, man. And I support Monty like a wolf. How we do it, right? So made a Tribe Mail for Monty, and of course it's already got some hater out there. Here I am supporting a disabled creator. And I bought a piece off of him, and I made a little video of it and showing how awesome it is, and other pieces of Monty's as I ramble. Somebody's got to hate on that. And it's not on me. Don't think you're putting that on me and it's going to hurt me. That's on you. Don't put that on yourself and your, yuck. Don't. But please, do watch the new Tribe Mail for it's Tribe Mail with Crippled Creations Bone and Wood Carving. And I'm just trying to keep my titles more direct and not being so wowie woo woo, and then throw a couple of hashtags on there. And I'm also trying to make it so that when I'm making these videos, I made my file, my movie file, and my thumbnail file all the same name. Tribe Mail with Crippled Creations Bone and Wood Carving. I made all of those things the same name because I saw somewhere on the YouTube, guru video that can help too. Make the old the algorithm trust your video more because everything is in sync. So I even did that, but I think we're at 60 some views. And Monty deserves more. Even if it's not for Wowie, do for Monty, man. Because, and I've made Monty's link in the description and stuff, so, check him out. I got that wizard. He gave me that wizard that is in question here for $40 American, and then plus I covered the shipping. And so I didn't want that. I was like, no, you deserve more. And he's like, no, brother. You know, the support you give me is... So $40 American for that wicked wizard carving, plus shipping. So I rounded it up and sent him like 120 Canadian or something. But then when the thing got here, I noticed that he spent like $20 more American on the shipping costs. Because those have all went up. And I was like, dude, this ain't right. And he, flat out refused. He didn't want any more money. He's a wicked guy. But what I'm trying to say is that his prices are just phenomenal for what you get. And then you keep in mind that that was made in pain, man. That was made in pain by somebody who's pushing past their hardships and their own disabilities, and they're still creating much magic, and it's just a frickin' phenomenal thing, okay? So, it is very much worthy of your watch. Tribe Mail, Cripple Creations, Bone and Wood Carving. All right. Okay, so we got some talking here, so let me catch up. Alrighty? Done, and lots of you on YouTube have selected all in the note. Done that on lots of YouTube. Done that on lots of YouTube. I have selected all in the notifications. For instance, I did not get a notification for this today. That's weird. I only get notifications if Larry sends me a link. Crazy, you know. And you know, I'm scheduling these lives every morning so it has time to sit there and get in people's feeds. That's why I do it. Like I do it at like between 9 and 10 in the morning. What does it say? Then check your sub. I've done that too, and happened that your YouTube just unsubbed you. I have to go back every now and then and mass watch videos, says Amy Jo, to get them back in my regular deal. Otherwise, I don't see the notifications. That freaking sucks, man. Especially when they're out, you know, there are subscribed channels, so that's what they should be putting out there, you know. Pete says, I have subbed over and over and tried to unsubscribe and then sub again and still no luck. Jesus. Hey, Caleb's in the house. How you doing, brother? Boom. Bada boom. I could explain the notification. There's no short version. Oh, goodness. And Chris Behringer is in the wheels is here. Amy Jo is right. If you don't regularly interact with someone, it tends to not show you notifications. Also, Black Widow correct. Check you are still subbed to YouTube plays funny buggers. Yes, thank you for coming, Wheels. You guys, Wheels is a mod. Mod Squad is in the house hard today. And Wheels is also an admin for Kindred Spirits Woodcarvers. So Wheels is like a double in the whole Wowwy'z pack of wolves. And he holds a double spot. Love you, brother. And thank you. He's also a Made in Pain warrior. He's just an amazing creator who pushes past any hardship that comes his way. I can love you, Wheels. Thank you. And thank you for the awesome, you know, this information, because we all need to learn, and most of these people in this chat, if you're watching, are all amazing creators themselves. Every one of y'all. Radstone is here. Tribe Strong, says Chris. Thank you, brother. And thank you for all the work at Kindred Spirits Woodcarvers. I have to get that in my, see, I have things like my, okay, stop, and, Wowie. If I was to get $1 for every and, that I pull out there, I'd be a freaking rich man, okay? I've been posting for a while, and I've seen the sub disappear. They want you reposting. Okay, yeah, thank you. I was going to say that Perry, who gives me a lot of help with things, you know, off camera, if you would. Just lots, because Perry's younger, right? He's more in tune to this whole computer world. He's really, really good at computers. He's the one who taught me how to do this OBS mess here. Love you, Perry. Perry the Carving Wizard. Check out his channel, you guys. Another amazing creator. But Perry told me that if you don't watch for a certain time, a video, that YouTube will take the liberty to unsub you. So, geez, man. You're freaking really making it hard, you little freaking hamster, you. Oh, Algie. Oh, Algie. Thanks for coming back, Rhinestone, and I'm glad to know that you're here safe. Well, Chris Behringer just was talking about Rhinestone, one of her videos. Rhinestone's been on fire. The sisters have been on fire. Amy Jo has been on fire. I saw one of Amy Jo's newest gnome homes, and she's got the plants and stuff all incorporated. So freaking wicked, Amy Joe. You keep freaking shining, you wonder. I tell you, man. And oh yeah, and then I saw it, like, okay, it's just funny that I decided that I'm going to finish this Gnome home now. There's no getting around, it's time to do it to it. And then I saw, like, has DeLon made an official challenge for Gnome homes? Because I know he's been working on it, and then he mentioned something, and then I saw something in one of his shorts, that something about a challenge. But does DeLon have a Gnome home going? Or is it just like a friendly call-out challenge, or just the different channels? Hello! Aubrey is here, you guys. My cousin, my family, my pack. Aubrey and Kale will be listening in the background. Kale is the Digi-Whiz. Kale is the co-maker of the Kindred Spirits logo. He brought color into the world. My goodness, thank you guys for being here, Aubrey. Aubrey should be made blue about pretty darn soon, I would say. She's been coming. Hey, I can't do it from here, though, because I'm not signed in. So, I'll be making you a moderator once I catch you in a live chat where it's not in OBS. There's this weird thing. I'm in OBS, and it says I have to sign into chat, and when I hit it, all of these boxes come up, and it says check phone for notification, and I have, my phone is this camera, so I can't check the phone for the notification to show that so I can't sign into my YouTube chat. Okay, you guys don't need to hear this. Okay, see you, Radar. Thank you for coming, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I think it's due May 1st. The Gnome Home Challenges. Okay. Well, thank you, Matthew. Later, Radar. I'm good. It's glad to see Suzanne shows you just the real one. I'm so busy taping, I need to get to some carving in. I know, Tim. We need to see your carving. Another amazing carver, Black Widow Woodworking. He's made a couple pretty cool gnome homes. I got one upstairs in the studio. It's got a little window. It even has the window things in there. Oh, I just love it. I love it. It's just above Rhinestone's Watcher on the wall of watchers. That's what I'm going to start calling that whole big display there, because it's filling up with watchers. People are slowly gifting them to me and stuff, to us, to Two Brothers One Vision. And it dawned on me the other day that, and it's where I keep my main watcher with the horns and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of becoming like a collection of watchers. It's very, very magical. Very magical. Oh, well, Pete, I have an Osmo 5 gimbal, and you can make the gimbal follow you. But I don't know if I can. I've never tried to use it during a live. But that gimbal, you set it up and then you like get it to zero in on you, and then you tap it to lock, and then it follows. It's kind of strange, but I don't know about doing it through a live though, which is why I've never done it. Well, might have to try a gnome home. I've never tried one. And they're very, very easy things, Lane. Like, you know, any piece of wood or any piece of, cottonwood bark or whatever. They're very, very, simple to make, where you can get crazy like I have and make something that's just way too freaking complicated. Okay, you guys? Now, I've decided that because it went so cool last week, I'm going to do an overhead with music again, and we're going to talk and have the music in the background. So I'm going to go back to the classic playlist. Just let me get this set up for a second. We're going to see how that goes. You guys give me the old thumbs up once the actual track kicks in here. Is that a good volume? Can you guys hear me talking okay? And is it loud enough to enjoy the music? Sweet, says Kim. Gnome homes are fun, says Matthew. Volumes are good. Number 1, perfect, says Pete. Alrighty. I like this, you know. I'm not having to use any loud machines, so we might as well have that music in the background. So you guys, on this, I got to it, and I freaking did it the other day. I finished all of this bark work, and put this hanger on it, and I've tested it, and it hangs just perfectly. So next are the final stages. Now we have to stain this. I also have to drill a hole up through this. I've finally made the spot where the 3/8 hole is going to go, because yes folks, this is going to be a light piece. Keep the Home Fires Burning is literally going to have a chandelier socket, an E12 socket to be precise, and it's going to come right here, and then there's going to be a bulb that hangs right here, and it's all going to match and work when it's on the wall. I've done all of these. I've been frickin' with this for a long time, and making all of the measurements. You got to look in the future, right? When you're doing this stuff for the light fixtures, you got to figure out where the tube is going to, the lamp tube is going to come out, and then you got to figure where the socket is going to sit in this spatial area, right? And then have it work when it's on the wall. So the cord will come up over here and just run down the back. I have other light pieces that I've done that way, and I use a spiral antique style lamp cord with an inline switch. So once you wire her up, it's got an inline switch, and it'll turn on that, because I'm going to use a flame bulb, which goes with Keep the Home Fires Burning. Okay? Now, I might do this today, because I was thinking, I got my hand drill here, I got my spot. When I finally made the, like, that's where for sure I'm going to put it spot, I'm going to take that out cool Kutzall bit. I'm going to start the hole here with this Kutzall Flame Extreme and make it so that there's an indent, like a round indent. I might even use I might even use like a Kutzall ball, a little wee ball, or maybe this Dremel that has a rounded head. You know, but I just want to make that kind of shape in this spot up here that I've predestined, so that the 3/8 drill bit will just stay right there. And I was thinking that maybe I'm going to have to put it in my Jawhorse and all of this stuff, but the way I'm looking at it right here and thinking of where my drill would be, I might be able to do it right here. So we might be able to do that hole today, but we're not wiring her up today. What we're going to do is we're going to stain this, stain the bark sections a deep American traditional brown. The trim is going to be a Sedona red, but my Sedona red is getting low, so I'm going to mix some cherry. Holy frick. So this Sedona red here is a really nice rich color I've used on many times. I'm going to use that, but I'm going to dilute it because it's getting to the bottom. I'm going to dilute it with some cherry, which has a little red in it already. And that's going to be like the steps. I think in the back of the steps, I'm going to do the dark brown that I'm doing the bark in for the deeper part, because these steps are each space has 3 levels of step. Why did I go through that freaking nightmare to do that? Because I thought about the gnome's little foot. That's why I did all that, is because I thought, well, his gnome's little foot has to have a step. So I sat there for like 20 hours with freaking hand tools, doing each step with an extra level. You see that? Each one has a double step in there. That's how you know I'm freaking crazy. So I considered the freaking steps of the gnome's little foot. Anyways, dark brown going in that the deepest step, because it's got to show that it's deeper down. There's spots in this, like I would have left this more of a natural tone, but it goes into a red down here anyways. This wood is really, really crazy. Crazy cedar with all these weird knots, right? So we'll do the trim in the darker Sedona for the door and the windows. And then I want to do the door the same gray that I did the rocks with the ebonizing. Okay? And that worked just great, eh? We did that last week, you guys. And didn't that gray turn out just marvelous? The ebonizing. Steel wool and vinegar did that, you guys. I let that soak. I put it in a jar, sealed jar, and I let that fricker soak for like a week. And look how gray it went. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you very much, guys. It was a meant-to-be piece, because this whole part just looked like a freaking, like a roof. It had to be done. It had to be made into a gnome home. Like, I could have done a weird wood spirit face here, but no, like, you gotta take your wins when you get them, and that is a freaking win. So, something that I even thought about, but I haven't really verbalized, is there's a spot up in here that, I don't know, but there's weird holes in this thing. I don't need them. I'm thinking about adding 2 lights, but I don't need to do that. I'm just making freaking. That's just what Wowwy does. Is he adds on to things, and it's not needed. So we got to keep moving forward, you guys. We have so many things to make in the workshop. So I've just been looking at it through the different angles and stuff. Any last minute sanding before we get going here, because I don't like messing. Like, I know you can resand things after you stain them, but I don't like doing that too much. Once I stain, I like to like back off and leave it be, you know. Okay, so you saw those 2 stains. The other ones, this is the main one here that I'm going to use to do all the browning. It's called Colonial American, number 230. Semi-transparent. Early American, sorry, I was reading the French. Semi-transparent, early American. Okay, that's going to be all of this. So, with having said that, let's get to it. All right. Gotta love the soothing tunes by LaRue. Let's figure out our brushage. That's a nice little dainty. We're in the hard spots. This one's pretty, yeah, this one's a brand new. That's the glitter one from them fairies from the dollar store. That'll be it, nice for nice tight spots. I know I've used this one on stain before. A little smell. Yep. Keep that on stain. These ones are all super cheap ones. And I'll just shove back in that hole where they came from. Alrighty. Now I got my little. You can see I've been using this freaking rag. Even my rags, even my shop rags, you guys. I do not like throwing things out until it's like truly had its last go at life. You know, 2 brothers, 1 vision, and we're all about using the lost and the discarded to bring new magic into this world. But using recycled and lost and discarded materials are really, really important to us. Thank you guys, I'm just catching up here. Happy how deep does the color go? Oh, they're talking about a piece there, okay. Okay, they're talking about ebonizing wood and the like, so I'm just going to continue on here. So I think, you know, I'm just going to pop open the old early American and just get going, you guys. I'm feeling a little tiny bit sweaty, so I just got to take a moment here to turn on my little fan. There, that feels better. This song's called Last Stand of the Cherokee. And you know when I name these songs and stuff, like I'm not trying to, look like some amazing music composer. I'm making these songs in Suno. So, yes, I do all the prompting and explain how I want the songs to be and stuff, and whether they're lyrics or instrumental, and then all the different instruments I want, and then you type in the style and the vibe and the feel and the drums and the beat. You include all of that, and that's how I get these songs. But what I'll do is I'll get one if for every song that you hear, there's probably been 15 that didn't make it, right? But after a song resonates with me, then I'll give it a name, and then these are all these songs that I have in my Suno account, which I'm thinking very closely that I'm going to. In the beginning, I wasn't going to publish them publicly, so you can only find them on my channel. But when you leave it like that, people can't find you and listen to your music. If they listen to the live and they like what they hear, if I had my songs published in my Suno account, then I could link that, and then you guys could listen to the music too. Maybe even download it, So that would make more sense than just keeping it all, confined. Because I got, you guys, here, I'm looking at the freaking camera right now talking. Jesus, wow. I have music that I've written over the years, and I swear to God, like I've had years and years and years to fine tune these songs, these original songs. These are songs that I make with my guitar, myself, and a pad of paper. Okay, and these songs of mine, my originals, I've had some of them for 30 years in a notepad that I've constantly went over and I've practiced when I'm just by myself, and I could safely say that if I had the backing of some type of, I'm going to give this a little bit of a, it doesn't hurt to give her a shake. If I had the backing of like some type of music industry or record label, I know a couple of the songs that I've written could have a chance of being hits. They're always, usually all my music is written with a broken heart, but like I've said, they're good 3 and 4 and 5 chord songs, good old country tunes. Most of them, I guess, would have to be country if I was forced to make a genre. And like I said, I've had years and years to fine tune them and practice them. But they're just sitting in these pads, and I've always been afraid to share them because I don't want somebody to steal it and then go call it theirs, right? But the more I've been thinking about it, like, when am I gonna get signed? Ain't gonna happen. Well, I don't like to say never, but I'd much rather share them. And I did post one blues song called No More. It's about a 3-minute song. I posted on my YouTube, and that's an original. Surprised a lot of people out there that didn't really know what Wowwy'z was about, and then all of a sudden hear this freaking wacko pulls out this blues song, and it's like, holy jeez, now we're talking. Okay, guys, so I'm just going to jump right in and just go. If I make a mess as we do this, we'll clean it. Let's see how it goes with this first touch of stain. That was a pretty aggressive brush, but I chose this brush so that I could just get a lot of big area done quick, and then I'll go in around the windows and stuff with the finer tuning, and we'll get that done too. Because there ain't nothing to it, folks, but to just frickin' suck it up and do it. do it to it. This piece has been sitting on the shelf for a couple of years now, and I'll work on it when I feel inspired. I was really into making this gnome home, and when my grandfather passed away, my father's dad, Dave Dip, and when he passed away, that's when I decided on the name of this piece, because I knew I was going to do it like, I'm going to put copper leaf in the windows so that it catches the flickering light. Oh, this is sick. And it looks like there's like a fire going on inside. I do this with Darren, and I came up with that idea. Number one, because we love our copper and incorporating our copper into our pieces, but mostly, we decided to do that because it catches the light, and it looks like the gnomies or the fairies or whoever the frick is in there is having a little party. And it's worked out great on other pieces. I did a mushroom house for my sister-in-law Colleen. It's called Gnome Place Like Home. And it's really cool. There's a maker's video for that. It's pretty far back, but it's in there, you guys. It's a really cool video. My very first chainsaw carving, like that's been finished, was that. I chainsaw carved the body of the mushroom, out at my in-laws' place, Mr. Randy and Miss Linda. Love you guys, Mom and Dad T, Mom and Dad Thompson. I love you guys. So yeah, that gnome home had to stay within the family, of course, because it was, very special. And it was my very first chainsaw. Holy shit. You guys, I don't know why. Oh, Jesus. Okay, we should be okay. My power cord was unhitched. Oh no. Hey, So is here. How you doing, sister? Hopefully that is going to hold us on, you guys. My power almost went out. Delon is here! Hello, Delon! Working on a gnome home for your challenge, bud. I'm sorry, this one started years and years ago. But I hope it still is okay for your challenge. My goodness. Well, if everything cuts out, you guys, it's because my power bar, it's on red right now. Oh man. Hello, So, how you doing, sister? Much love to ya. Comment ça va? Ça va bien, merci. Et toi? Ça va bien. I'm just trying to get up close to that. Okay, the battery's taken. Oh, thank goodness. The battery's taken some charge. Holy smokes, guys, that was close. But to continue what I was saying about my grandfather, that's how I got the name for the piece, Keep the Home Fires Burning. But I kind of, decided I was going to dedicate it in his name. And so it's one of those things that you kind of assign all of this sentimental worth to, and then it can end up, sitting for a long time because you got to make it perfect. You got to make it, for granddad. I love it. And yes, by the way, this is the best live on Wednesdays. Hey, thank you, sir. Thank you, Delon. You're the best live on Thursdays. And many other days. And I'm seriously considering now, you guys, I'm just going to do rando lives. At least once in the week. That's straight from my phone, not through streaming software. Because I need it. I need to be in that algorithm, in the shorts algorithm, because my subscribers, I don't get them when I'm in landscape mode in streaming software. And it's not because it's not worthy content, it's because of how the algorithm works. And so since I switched over to OBS, it's been a struggle that way. But I love having the music. I love having the different scenes and the settings, right? So it's one of those things that you keep it the way you love it the most, or do you do it that's going to be more beneficial for your subscriber count, for your wonders? All of these things you gotta. So I just thought to myself, nope. At least once a week, I'm going to try and do a rando live. Don't you run into that freaking window. Do a rando live and keep it all balanced and happy. Because at one point there in my lives, when I was just doing vertical lives, I was getting like 7,000 views, 9,000 views on a couple. And then I switched over to OBS and they dropped to 100. So, I understand all of this. All of a sudden, it's a streaming software is the source, so it has to, you have to gain trust with the algorithm. What a weird freaking world this YouTube world is. But we march on. We march on. And there'd be no YouTube without you. Hope you guys believe me when I say that. Okay, we're gonna get to the white guy here. Frickin' get this bad boy going. But you gotta be careful that you don't put too much on and starts running one way or the other. Oh yeah, that's looking neat. And I'm so happy that, that this worked out so that I'm being part of Delon's channel as well. Excuse me. It's dusty. It's a dusty place here in the creation station, so sometimes it catches me in my throat. Oh man. Being dainty and delicate. I'll get this little ledge here done, this under ledge. Then I'll take a water break and see if there's any oh yeah. Some more little spots in here. Gotta be very careful though. And for you guys to see a bit better, I could even go Let's see what this looks like. Looks like it's a little fuzzy. Let me just do this here so I can tap it. There! That's a little bit better, eh? Easier to see. Thank you, Mark. I want to have you back on at some point, says Dolan. Oh, I would love that, man. Hey, Stephen S. Carvins is here. Hello, brother! From the UK! And an amazing carver. How you doing, Stephen? Been thinking of you, man. Thanks for coming. Give my best to the wife if she's watching as well. Oh, come on, battery. Suck it up. Suck it up. It's at least not red now. But it might not be as long of a show, you guys. Just all depending on this. I am planning on trying to get a new computer lap. I use Apple, so I want to get something that's going to be strong enough to do these things and not be worried, right? But let me do a little bit more here of this darker brown. Now that you guys can see it a bit better too. Got to be very, very delicate because I don't want to hit the window trim. Is it better with or without the light? That looks cool, Larry, says Lane. Thank you, sir. Really appreciate it. Now, I did hit this fricker up here. Yeah, I hit the top of that window. Okay, no problem, no problem. Just a little bit of sandpaper here and catch it, because the stain hasn't like set in for a full drying time. There, I just fixed that. Okay, now I see up on top here, I need to go a bit higher up into this little window peak. Whoa. Up top here. I just got to get it up so it goes all the way up there. Not run. Right up to the... Yeah, I love this song here. It's like a techno finger-picking country song. And there's this harp, that little harp. I freaking love that little harp, that little hit of harp. Whew, okay. I just need a little breath. A breath for a second. Light is good. Yeah, it's probably better. This is a bit harsh. And I'm sorry when I go back and forth like that, you guys, but when I'm creating by myself, I use that light because my eyes are getting bad. Okay, So I'm just gonna have a little sip of water here. Oh. Awesome work, says Tim. Thank you. Working with an E. And to remind you, Wowwy'z spells his work and workshop, and in a lot of any words that are like world or work or world, word, sometimes I spell with an E, but it's because when I used to live in Alberta and I was a younger man growing up, everybody said I had to go to the rigs. And I would say I'm an artist. And they would say, well, that don't matter. You got to go to work. And they would say, you know, Alberta has a very, very specific kind of accent if you're Canadian. And you know, an Albertan accent, right? And they say, working. Why aren't you working? Wow, Larry, got to get working. Where you work? And it was always work. And that translated to me as like, you can't be an artist. You have to get one of these jobs out on a rig. And it was just never my passion or priority. I didn't care about finding a wife and having kids and having a boat and all of the skidoos and everything else and all of so many of my friends from Grand Prairie, all of the things that they have in their lives. That wasn't my passion. I didn't care about getting the biggest flashy truck, right? So what I did was become a bartender. Number one, because I was an alcoholic and I loved to party and chase girls. But number two, it was a way where I could work on art still in my life and then have a job at night. Well, I convinced myself that I'd be able to work on art, but I spent most of my days hungover and then just getting ready to go back to work. But work with an E. But my work, my soul's work, is to be an artist. And so the fact that I spell it that way is a shout out to all of that. That I'm finally doing what my soul was meant to do. This is my work. This is my mission. This is the reason I was gifted with the talents I have was to do this. You feel me? Alberta proud here, says Tim. Alberta proud. Working. No, I love Alberta too, and I always will. I was born in a little town called Fairview, way up north of Edmonton, north of Grand Prairie. Little tiny town. And my mom and dad come from the surrounding area, and my mom the farm that I always speak of, that I'm connected to with Aubrey. That farm is in a little town called Hines Creek, and Hines Creek was west of Fairview. And that's where I spent all my childhood out on that farm. And then my dad's mom, my granny, who I love dearly, love you, Granny, she lived just north of Fairview in an area called Eureka River. And so that's my origins. Whether I was in Eureka River or in Hines Creek, we were out in the bush playing, being crazy. We had like trikes and quads and stuff. Well, each farm had their own trike or quad or whatever you would play on, but that's back in the days when like parents trusted us, you know, in the way where we would leave for the day and they wouldn't be afraid. We'd come back at night with the machines, and sometimes the machines would have issues, but we were always really, really good. We didn't trash shit. But yes, that's where the work with the E comes from, folks. It has to do with destiny. And even though it took a back injury and me thinking that I've lost everything to get me here, I have this saying that I swear I saw it on a driftwood sign, like a hand-carved driftwood sign. But my brain, it said something else, but my brain like switched the words. And my saying is, and in his pain, a dream came true. And I'm gonna carve a sign one day that says that. And in his pain, a dream came true. Yeah, I can't do that nowadays. Those were the days. No doubt, eh, Mark? You guys, the battery's going again. So, I don't know what the frick to do. I'm just gonna keep going until it starts throwing me up. Emergency bars or whatever. I'm going to take my dimmer, my display way down. And see if that helps. Taking your display down can give you a little bit more life. Just think of all of the things our kids are missing nowadays. Isn't that true, AJ? Thank you, Lawrence. I love knowing that you're watching in the background. Can't do shit these days. You know it, Rhinestone. I love you all very much. I'm going to keep going until this computer says no more. Sorry, I'm in a weird angle here, you guys. I'm just, in there. I'm trying my best not to. Hit a little trim on that window. A weird angle. And once we're over here, I'm just going to switch over to the next playlist. Tribe Strong, says Lane. Thank you, sir. You betcha. Oh yeah, the song's not done yet. God, I love that track. That one happened by accident. I just wanted to make like a little 30-second thing for a short and spit out this whole song. It was only 3 minutes long at first, but then I extended it. You can do that too in Suno. Oh shit, I touched it. It's okay, wow. Run on me. Little spot.
At Wowwy'z Werkshop, by two brothers, one vision.
Use the frickin' heavy mouth breathing. Okay, we are going to switch over. Now, just let me just. You gotta go, Matthew?
WIP Wednesdays. A party for me and you.
Thank you for coming, brother. Yes, totally. So it does remind me of the same, you know, the song in the 80s. And French dance music is freaking awesome. Catch you next time, Matthew. Hey, buddy, if you're still listening, your box should be arriving your little care package there any day. It was sent out last week on Friday, I believe I did it. Good night, happy curmudgeon, and thank you for your support, brother. Okay, I just gotta get at a good angle. There's this one little strip right up close to that window. Frick. Now, if I keep the angle right, if it's gonna run, it'll run. Away from it. I think I just got it. Okay, now, I mentioned those back steps. Well, while we're in here, let's hit those little spots too, since we have this stain out. Let's see how it takes it. Okay, well, it takes it fine, but I just hit the frickin' edge. Hey, RC Peters is in the house. How you doing, brother? Oh, you know, just doing what Wowwy'z do. Hanging on a freaking wing and a prayer here, you guys. Again, I'm sorry if this cuts out. My battery has got one little slash and it's red. Hello, RC Peters. Thanks for popping in, man. Know you're a busy man too. As are all of you. You know, the fact that you come and give me some of your precious time every week is like a gift like no other. Yeah, and when I say I love you all, you guys are wonders. I mean it. Right, let's give that a little fresh stir there. Alright, I'm going to hit these other little spots here while I got this stain open still. And I'm sure it's, you know, causing me more undeserved heartache, but that's okay. I'm just going to do the top of the steps because I freaking did it on this one too, so I know this is going to be a I'll do the backspace and the top of the step too. And then I don't have to go in there and try and fix each one. Hold on there, little laptop. Now here we are back into the music, you guys. The music that helps you while you listen to it. Wowwy'z Wonder Tunes. Tunes with a Z. By thru. My goodness, what a lesson learned, man. I don't know how that power cord like knocked itself off, but it did. That'll never happen again. Probably when I went around the side of the computer and was pissing around getting stuff. I'm really sorry about that, guys. Oh, I'm gonna be a hurting you tomorrow, you guys, because I'm stooping, stooping and bending over in weird ways to do all this. Yep, I will pay for it tomorrow. That's how my life is. Up one day, down the next. And the more you do in your day is the more pain you'll be the next day. And that does really, really suck, because there's so much you want to do in each day, you know. You guys are still, yeah, I've become a bit bored. I don't see any red lights for my battery. That's good. So what are you bored with, Robert? Just you mean with pipes? You're doing great with your drawing. So it's good that you just focus on that if you become bored with the carbon, right? Ah, shit. I did it. I did it there too. Well, that's okay, because I'm can go out there after. I have special little sanding tools. With the sanding tools that So taught me about. But they're in a container over there on the other side, so I'm just leaving them in there for now. But what I'm saying is that I can go back and sand these little steps where I don't like the overage, the runnage overage. I can do that later. Oh yeah. Can't believe I did that with the power cord. Okay, one more step. Sand off that little dribble. Oh, and that'll be that part of the steps done. I don't know if it was the best idea I've ever had, but hey, I did it. And we're gonna live with it. So what will come next is Oh, Mark says, yeah, I hear you, Larry. I thought I was 20 something the other day and chopped a trailer load of wood. Man, did I pay for it the next day. Isn't that the truth, man? Wow, you're just on fire with your pipes, man. That's awesome, Robert. You keep shining, bro. Oh, cool. You was in Spain and Italy? That's awesome. Very good. Okay, well... I see that one edge across this window that still has to be addressed. Oh, I think I got that. Yeah, a little bit here. Goes around that. Oh, goodness sakes, eh? And then something else that I've learned while painting and staining is that you go into the deeper cracks and put a little bit more stain in there, it'll give it more 3-dimension. That's just what I'm doing up here, going in the deeper cracks, give it a little extra hit there. And plus, you just don't know how the wood's gonna take the stain, you know. It's always a bit of a learning journey, especially when you're dealing with frickin' driftwood. But I love it. I would never change that. It's part of who the carver I am. The whole driftwood thing. I love it, and it makes it always have a mystery, a very fun mystery about it, you know. we're at 3:30. Well, guys, I think what I should do is call it good with the with that shade, with that stain, and then I'll either continue on with the Sedona red and everything else, or I could wait till next week. What do you guys think? Are you enjoying this journey of staining, or would you rather me be carving? What do you guys think? 'Cause you know how I am. I can have that shit done by next week if you guys would rather. Or has it been kind of neat watching it get stained and come to life? I see another freaking spot there that I thought I was going to seal that up, but I'm not ready yet. Just let me fix this, you guys. My goodness. I have to be so light with it. There. Yeah, I got it in there. I see one on this side. I have to like get in there with this. Oh, what a weird. What are you doing, kid? What? Got it. Got it, wow. Oh no, wowie. I just hit that window frame. But I got the other part, so that's good. Fuck! Alright, wipe it away, wipe it away. Never happened. Never happened. What do you mean live television? That did not happen. Oh, we got something there too. What the frick? Wow. Alrighty. Couple little cleanups there. That never happened. There. Well, first phase of the staining, I think, has been pretty good. I don't know about these steps still. Maybe when they're the red Sedona, they'll look better. But already that's bugging me. But if it's not looking right, I can always go darker. I have like ebony that I can go in those black spots. But what will be, will be. The fact is that we're doing it. No better than to do that. You should always put something over it when you hit it, tap it, or little splotches of stain can hit. There you go. Seal that there for now. We don't make no messes. Okay. Nice to see it coming to life, Larry. Thank you, Pete. Really appreciate that. I'll be really, really happy when it is all done. Yeah, I can clean up those steps. Another thing is you just use like a little diamond, I got my like Dremel 7144 here, ready to rock on my RAM microfiber that Pete helped me fix. And I can go in there and take off any of these little spots really, really quickly with the microcarver too. It'll get work. It'll all come together. And the fact is it's coming, right? Like I'm going to hit that, I'm going to make that door gray. And then I'm going to use an upholstery tack. Again, a little shout out to my roots. Because my grandma Sater was an upholstery expert. She had a shop outside behind her house at the farm where the band played and stuff. They played in the house. But she had an upholstery shop that she shared with my grandpa Sater out back. And she was so amazing at upholstery. She could do anything. And she taught my Uncle Marty, and he now does that. In Alberta he lives. But I'm going to use an upholstery tack. One that has some like ribs on it. Kind of looks like a little flower. I'm going to use that as the door. And it's a shiny brass. So it'll look really, really nice on that gray. So I'm going to make the door the same gray as the rocks. And that is the plan for the layout of the colors. But it sure is neat that it's finally coming to life after so much time being on the shelf. Well, hey, thank you for popping in. God bless you, Robert. Thank you, man. Holy shit. Holy smokes, folks, I should say. I'm going to go to my front facing. Oh. The battery is down to just another little sliver there, guys. So, I'm going to have to wrap her up. I don't want the live to just end abruptly and not look right at the end and stuff for people that watch later. So it's going to have to be a half an hour short, and that's because of Wowie. See you next. Thank you, Pete. Thank you for coming, man. Sorry, I'm an idiot. I don't know how I did that. I don't know how I hit that chord, but I did it. So thank you all for being here. We got this started. Next week we're going to continue on. I'll ask a few people because I didn't hear anybody really reply if you guys are good to go for this next week. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Tarek. Thanks for coming, Tarek. Always great to see you, brother. Sorry if I didn't catch you when you popped into the chat there. For Kindred Spirits, Tribe Worldwide. We are Tribe Strong. See you, AJ. Thank you for coming. It was an awesome Wowie. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you, Rhinestone. Much love to you, sister. Really appreciate your support, man. You got mine. As well as Two Brothers, One Vision. Thank you so much. Love to you, sister. I will. Good to go, says AJ's. Thank you, AJ. I really appreciate you being here. I am so sorry that I hit that power cord. My goodness. I don't even know how my... Oh, I got a cord coming up here too. I don't even know how my earphones are still plugged in, but they're in there somehow. See you next time, everyone. Says Mark. Thank you, Mark. New Zealand. Say, give our best to Anwin. Tell her Bing says she loves her. And we'll hopefully be there with you guys soon enough. I will not let that go, sir. That's going to happen. I will send Bing to you guys, one way or another. Thank you, Daniel. Oh, you're bucking with a chainsaw too? Can't wait till you see it when I see what you do. Thank you, Jen, for being here, sister. Much love to ya. Thank you, everybody. There is no YouTube without you. You guys are all Wowwy'z wonders. And with that, this has been WIP Wednesdays. What go? A little bit early, but I'm sorry, I'll never do it again. The Wowwy'z Workshop. Much love, everybody. Be good to yourself and to those you love. Have a good night, Grumpy. Thank you. Thank you for being our number one, man. Much love to you, sir. We really appreciate you. And with that, folks, Tribe Strong. Much love. Wowie out.